Alex Answer here for June 19th, 2017. Voice is a little hoarse. We're shooting this video in low quality because I want to be able to upload it today. And I just want to get this message out there. I woke up to the news that a 17-year-old Muslim girl in Virginia, where I've stated before, it's a very large Muslim community, Fairfax County, Virginia. And during Ramadan, her and her friends, they left the mosque where they were praying late at night during perhaps their midnight or 2 a.m. prayer, and they went across the street to an IHOP or a McDonald's, right, to eat. And already a dangerous thing to do, but not to blame the victim. Some sort of an altercation began. Guy got out of his car, a Torres, Hispanic male, hit her with a baseball bat. And even though, parents say, hey, go in pairs, don't go by yourself. If you're going to go out, that may be a deterrent to a level. Not if they don't have anything to defend themselves, not if they lack any self-defense training. So her friends took off, right? So this girl is getting put into a car, and the autopsy hasn't been released with regards to whether she was raped or not afterwards, but her body was dumped in a pond. So for me, not only is the story chilling, it follows me doing a video on the need for self-defense, not only for Muslims, not only for minorities, but people in general, because of the rise in hate that we're seeing. And it's a rise in hate towards all groups. This is what I discuss on this channel. And I discuss the spirit of evil. I'm not the first to look at society in this particular direction like something fundamentally wrong psychologically with many of the members, and it not being about race, but it being about this culture, it being about this society. A sense of frustration that I feel? It's a sense of failure. I've made a lot of videos regarding things like this. Have they reached the Muslim communities of America? Have I also felt disenfranchised, being that even though I'm only of this culture and I only speak English, my father did come from another country. My father has a family here in the United States that I know for a fact looks down upon me for a number of reasons. Despite that, because I am of their DNA, at least half of me, I'm concerned with what's going on. I've been greatly disturbed by the events of the last decade, the post 9/11 decade, the post 9/11 era. And I have always wanted their support and the support of others for the things that I speak of. I don't want people to see me as an outsider because I may not subscribe to their belief systems. I want to cut to the chase, the downfall of a lot of these Muslim communities with regards to their own safety. I'm not discussing this woman or her family, this girl or her family. It's a tragedy. But I'm saying this isn't over yet. People need to be open to advice that they hear from others, even if they're non-Muslims. I said before in the previous video, this is chilling. I hope their religious beliefs aren't leading them astray into thinking that they're going to be protected. So now many people are praying for protection. I think that's a good thing. But we should also realize the Creator works in mysterious ways, whether or not the Quran gets into that. There are many horrible things happening to good people, and it can lead us into a state of fear. I'm not promoting that. Maybe there's a reason why some things happen. I think that is true. I don't think that things happen by accident. I believe in a creator, absolutely. And sometimes horrible things happen. And where those souls go from here. But let me just say this with regards to these people that are acting out. It is an evil. It is not mental illness, and it's not done yet. It's demonic. It's like there is a possession coming upon the earth. I've been speaking about this for a number of years from different angles. And it's not directed solely at being anti-Muslim or anti-Middle Eastern. It's anti-white. It comes in different forms. You hear about mothers killing their children in pretty horrific ways. You hear about other horrific person-to-person crimes. And people want to joke about bath salts, and they just don't get it. And they're not at a level of consciousness to really get it. It's still a joke to them, but it's not a joke to me. These videos are valuable. These videos should continue. But it's like, and it's not just with this issue. It's calling World War III and saying, wait a minute, they're staging a conflict. And now I do see more people coming around and going, what if this is an artificial conflict between Russia and the United States for a massive depopulation agenda? Bingo, that's what I've been saying. And it's not an end of the world. It's a means to an end as they roll out the transhumanistic agenda. But before they have their war, before China and Russia have the support of the entire world to intervene in U.S. affairs, there's going to be other things emerging. And that's what troubles me. And as I told a friend, I believe that we need to keep paranoia at bay. But I've seen a lot of things in my intuition come to fruition. More things that I've discussed on this channel. And small things in real time. Small, subtle things and moments of insight. It's troubling because certain things that I suspect could happen, I don't want to even mention. But we look at, like, where are we going as a nation? And we're going in this direction where I'm seeing people on social media, men and women, celebrating the idea of a fire in London where a lot of Muslims live, and some people are wondering if more die than that which they're admitting. People are saying, so what? They're Muslim. Or a story about an IDF chief calling for Arab women to be raped. They're saying that Israeli soldiers can rape those women. Well, an eye for an eye, says another person. And then I see one woman saying, kill them all. And I click on her profile to maybe get a deeper understanding of maybe what else she's posting. And she's got law of attraction nonsense going on. Talk about not understanding what you're attracting into your life. Talk about a misuse of the law of attraction for selfish purpose. So this whole demonize them all, ban them all, start attacking communities one by one. It's the ultimate entrapment of the American soul and targeting of Middle Eastern communities or individuals one by one. It seems like that's what's coming next. It's already happening. It's not decreasing, it's increasing. So we haven't seen it peak out yet. This is something that is building. It is moving upward on the trajectory. Are we going to start hearing memes like Donald Trump's not tough enough? In fact, he's a Muslim himself. We gotta take action into our own hands. And it's that manufactured domestic terror threat that I fear is coming. The greater concern is that that's being used to shut down free speech. That's being used to occupy America as one of the founding, and we could suffer under that occupation. We could be cheering on the end of free speech, the end of YouTube, the intervention of the foreign powers into the United States. And people are going to be socially engineered to cheer on the intervention. They already are, and they think they're alternative. They're cheering on Putin. They're not thinking about China's human rights abuses. They're actually looking to China as a potential powerful super state nation, powerful enough to stop the bloody United States in its tracks without even realizing what's coming on the other side with the rise of China leading the new world order with Russia. All of this is being fermented for people to want that world government. But before we get there, and they bring out Alex Jones and they make sure Alex Jones is trending on Facebook. What the hell is going on here? And I'm not going to click and I don't want to watch. And it's like Alex Jones, Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly, Alex Jones. And I see what I see out of the mouths of Megyn Kelly and Alex Jones, just like Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, is a manufactured feud. They could sit down, have a nice dinner, have some drinks, talk like the real Alex Jones, the real Alex Jones, the real Alex Jones, and the real Megyn Kelly. And they talk about how the interview is going to go down and the promotions for the interview because it's about bringing Alex Jones out in the mainstream. If you don't know who Alex Jones already is, here he is with Megyn Kelly. And if you aren't already, for demographic of America, very angry at all conspiracy theorists, let's give you a reason to be angry at conspiracy theorists. Enter Alex Jones, the boogeyman. The boogeyman that is there to shut down free speech for the independent media, the threat. So as I wrap up my thoughts here, you know, writing is in our future, not just mine. It's in your future. We've had it easy for a long, long time with YouTube. There's reports of YouTube going black on the West Coast and other areas as well. I should really cover more news. And I'm curious if that's something that the audience is looking for as well. I just enjoy speaking off the cuff. I'm also able to track, analyze. I spend several hours a day maintaining someone's website. And right now, in my own life, as I see the sun rise, despite the geoengineering that's also happening today, health and wellness is on my mind on a daily basis. They want to traumatize people, and they want to create a society. They already have one. People are addicted to technology, and it's replacing their relationships, and people are forgetting to be human. They are traumatized by certain things, and so they feel, many of them, that they only have so much love to go around. that it's too difficult to really look at what's being done to people over there and think about the karmic consequences, the wheels that are in motion. So people seek more entertainment, more YouTube. Doesn't matter if you've turned off your TV. I'm guilty as well of escaping within entertainment, even just for a moment. It's a guilty little pleasure, just like a chocolate chip cookie. It's not really going to hurt you, but it's not really good for you. What else can we do on a moment to moment basis to prevent our minds from being taken over by the evil? Even more so, using our minds to make the world a better place. Take a look at the news, Google the story, 17-year-old beaten to a pulp with a baseball bat and dumped in the river. It's an awkward feeling to feel like I've called this and that I'm not playing a greater role in your society. Because too many of the themes on this channel are viewed as conspiracy theory, and this is society, and that includes Muslims that will use that against you, including my father's family. It hurts. It brings up like primordial lifetime wounds regarding family. Like, my father's family could learn from me, but they and many Muslims have fallen, succumbed to the illusion of separations, just like others. So it's like this channel exists for all people. You got to get outside the box of only trusting or having faith in or watching people that have the same exact belief systems, religions, people that look like you or whatever. We have to stop fearing people that are different than us and get outside these box mentalities of placing such judgment, because it actually prevents people from actually receiving, as we can see in this case, right? Because of my non-Muslim status, I can't reach the Islamic world. Okay, they're only going to listen to someone that comes in the form of that which they accept within their societies. What does that do? That leaves them in danger. They're being led astray by people that are led astray in some cases. The blind leading the blind. And there could be a lot more that Muslims could do with their wealth in the United States to educate non-Muslims about how they really live. which is a very different way than that which the white supremacists are promoting. That's all for now. I'll be back with more.